Here we are at Cruve Haven. First day, all rigged up, ready. A bit of a wet pack, but here's the other two. Bit of a mess on the pontoon round here. But,
that's the remains of my finger.
yeah. So where are we now?
In Owen. Yeah.
What's Jonathan up to?
Unsettling. It's not even my boat.
He's making prusik knots on his fender lines so he can adjust the height. Very professional. Setting off from Cruve. Grey day. Forecast is west, maybe a little bit of north in it. We're going to head down the Sound of Jura, see where we get to. John's on the helm. All nice and tidy aboard. Got to put my buoyancy aid on now, that's good. It'll be a good time.
Not like my boat. It's funny seeing it from not on it. Yeah, it's very strange.
Dad thinks it's funny that his boat's over there and not here.
Yeah. Pretty confused, isn't he?
Okay, a little word on our plans. We are, if you look ahead there, that's looking down the Sound of Jura. Forecast is westerly 3 to 4, that sort of wind speed, wind strength. Should be dry today. Got a bit of blue sky. We've got it's about an hour into the ebb now, so we've got good ebb pushing us south down the Sound of Jura, which will probably give us at least 12 miles on the tide. At the moment the wind's quite light and we're probably doing about 2.5–3 knots. But we've got some fallback plans. Our aim is Craig House on the southeast corner of Jura. If we don't make Craig House, there are a couple of bays with some nice anchorages a bit closer. If it gets a bit windy, we can shoot across and we can go on the Cormac Isles and have a shorter sail. But gives us plenty. If we go to Craig House, it gives us plenty of options for the next. Boat's all looking very good. Compass mounted on the mast. All the heavy gear, food and water and petrol is all up there in front of the mast. Which leaves the cockpit nice and clear for sailing. We've got some snacks and some drinks in the stowage bag there. John's on the helm, missing his boat, which is about 100 yards to leeward. But it's, at the moment it's very pleasant. In the cloud, bit of rain coming down. Craig House ahead.
Go on then, Jonathan, where are we?
So we're at the top of the Sound of Jura, just past the Gulf of Corryvreckan and back there.
Sail set is...
Sails, we've got one reef in the main, Genoa. making close hauls down the Sound of Jura like this.
And tell us what you're wearing.
So currently we've got a kind of, I reckon, about a four winds. It's not massively warm, about 13 degrees maybe. And I'm getting splashed. So I've got a base layer on underneath and some fleeces. And then I've got my foul weather trousers and jacket, keep me nice and dry. Some gloves on to protect my hands, and a nice warm hat to stop the spray coming over my head.
And are you cold?
No, I am totally warm actually. Very, very comfortable. Oh, and Crocs on my feet.
Essential.
Absolutely. Subtitle that. Alright, ready now. There we go. Right, should we take Jenna out? Getting filmed from the other angle as well, that's perfect.
Nicely done. What we having now? Nice bit of soup. Wet day. Lumpy. A lot of water coming in though. This is going to go down really well. Bit of a showery morning. We're stuck in the tent at the moment. There's little bits of sun as well, which has been nice. Long hard sail yesterday. Yesterday we went from where are we? We went from Crewhaven, which is up there, and you sail all the way down on a starboard tack all the way down to Craighouse on the bottom end of Jura. So similar forecast, a bit more wind, westerly, so we're going to take Genoa's and we're going across to Gia and have a look in South Beach. Here is, this is our planned stopover in Gia. There's the island, and we're going to go into South Beach, which is right on the north end up there. It's good shelter from the west, been in there before, and it's really nice. Some trees, and this is a high bit of ground. That'll give us plenty of shelter. Tide will be ebbing after about 9, so we'll have a sort of bit of a cross tide, bit of assistance from the tide. but we're just going to use Genoa, so we'll have an easy day.
How far are you going today?
Oh, not done. Yeah.
Yeah, come.
Well, we're off. Doing, what speed are we doing now, John?
Only 5.2.
5.2, the Genoa up, that's not too bad. There's the others behind us. Nice and comfortable, very comfortable. Some wicked gusts coming in. We're fine. Right, we made a start. There's some serious wind today. It's just the Genoa. We're certainly doing the seas, 5-6 knots. Quite extravagant motion to the boat, quartering seas. Make out our destination ahead already, it's the Giant Gear.
Facing an interesting predicament. I'd swap hands if I were you. I wouldn't risk it right now. Not worth it, Jonathan.
Twin beaches on gear. Still a bit of a swell coming in, but we're protected a bit by a little bar. We're going to raft up together, anchors out 45 degrees either side.
Good morning. Where are we? What's going on?
Here, Jura, McCormick's, and
Jonathan.
too early in the morning for full sentences. Wind, there is some, but there's not too much. It's quite nice. We've got one reef in and an appropriately reefed Genoa to match. It's coming up quite nicely on a close reach. Very pleasant. We've also got the spray dodgers up because Kate didn't like getting wet.
Who does? It's a bit breezy, so what we're wearing?
You'll have to cut that bit
from Eilean Moor, part of the McCormack's. It's tied up to the jetty. And they're putting the kettle on for us. Fabulous. Sunshine, shelter. Here come the others.
I challenge you to find me a better anchorage than this. Oh, bollocks.
Sudden determination involved this time. Oh,
Yay!
I'll get you a throw bag then, shall I, Matt?
Not for me, thanks. Where are we now, Kate?
Where are we now? Ringlock Sween!
Hooray!
Castle over there.
Castle over there, look. We're in Loch Sween because the forecast tomorrow is gusting 36 miles an hour, and that's too windy. lovely view. They're playing, aren't they?
Trying to hit your deck.
So then, where are we? What are we doing?
We are halfway down Loch Sween. We're heading out to the McCormick Isles again for an overnight stop tonight. The weather is wet.
Grey.
We stayed in the harbour yesterday and all of last night because of the rain. Didn't want to go anywhere and get the boats wet. And it's just beginning to lift now. The wind's died off a bit, so we're heading out and making a break for the weather. We're motoring at the moment, and you might think, why are we motoring when there's wind? Well, the wind's dead ahead of us, the tide's against us, and we just want to get to where we're going, rather than have a wet beat, a tiresome beat down the loch. So, we've got the motor on, I've got the spray dodger up, I'm nice and toasty sitting here behind it. It's very comfortable.
Left the McCormacks over there. It's all a bit damp and grey again. Heading back into Loch Sween. Grey day. Grey.
So, Jonathan, where are we? What's going on?
We've just left the McCormack Isles. We're sailing back up Loch Sween. It's a lovely broad reach cracking down here. We've got just the main up today, my Genoa, because we don't need to go any faster. We're having lots of fun playing with Matt and John's boat. It'll come as no surprise to you whatsoever that I'm wearing a base layer, some thermals and my oilskins, and of course some Crocs on the shoes. It's just been that kind of weather all week this week that we're wearing very much the same thing.
Toasty warm.
Lovely and warm, lovely and comfortable.
Now particularly, yeah.
Ah, cheats. I'm going now. Oh, it's on board. Oh. So, we're approaching a pontoon. What do we need to think about? Mooring lines. Do we have a bow line? Do we have a stern line? Fenders. Which side to are we going? We're going port or starboard. Get the fenders out and put them in the right positions.
Movable seats.
Right, Matt, where are we and what are the conditions?
We're on the west coast of Scotland. We are beating down the
Lovely. And what are you wearing?
Today, I've wear VR2 trousers, which have been very, very good over the years. A few years old now, a little bit faded. And my buoyancy aid, because I think it's important to always have a buoyancy aid in the boat.
Thank
Even
you.
in gentle English language.
Oh, that's better. There's a really nice curve in the slot now. where are we? And what are you wearing? And you got your buoyancy aid on underneath, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last